What is going on, guys? It is Bucky and welcome to your second iPhone development tutorial. And in this tutorial we're going to be picking up right where we left off in adding stuff to the screen of our app. So before we even get started, I want to tell you guys that in the last tutorial, remember that I couldn't find where the Xcode was. Well, if you go ahead in your Macintosh hard drive, in your developer folder, in your applications directory, I guess it's called, inside that, Xcode is right there, so if you can't find it or you don't know how to open it, that's where it is. So another obvious thing you can see is what I did is I rearranged all of my windows just so I can make it easier to work with. I put all of my interface builder windows on the left hand side, nice and neat, and I also put all of my Xcode windows, which all of them, I mean one, on the right hand side. So now we are good, ready to go. So you might take note that I have four windows open, and more specifically I have the library and attributes windows open as well. If you don't have any of these windows open, then go ahead and click Tools and Library to get your library windows, and Inspector to get your attributes. Anytime you're missing a window and you don't know how to get it back up, it's going to be under your Tools toolbar right at the top. So let's go ahead and exit out of that, and what we want to do is, and by the way, this view window I'm pretty much going to call the screen. So if you get confused, that's what I'm doing, since that's basically what it is, just the screen of your iPod. So let's go ahead, and our boss comes in and he's like, wow, this is a nice app, a gray background, but you know what, I want some text on the screen. And we're like, alright, I'll see what I can do. So what we need to do in order to put some text on the screen is go in your library, and your library is pretty much all the objects that you can put on the screen. And let's go ahead and scroll down to label and go ahead and drag it over to your screen. Release, and bam, look at that. We have text called label right on our screen. But we don't want to say label, we want to say something cool. So double click this and go ahead and type bacon right in there. And now click away and bang. We now switch it from label to bacon just by editing it with a couple clicks. And go ahead and move it to the top of the screen or wherever you want it, and you know what, this is good to go. We are ready to submit this baby to the App Store, make millions off it. But before we do, we go ahead and file, save our file. So we don't want to ruin that. That took us a lot of time to do. And once you're done saving it, go over to Xcode and click build and run. Now as soon as you click this, this is going to launch your iPhone simulator. So this is pretty much a graphical representation of what it'll look like on the iPhone. So I mean, look at that, pretty beautiful. And look, oh, we got 5 bars too. Oh, it's strong Wi-Fi, not bad. So go ahead and exit iPhone simulator, quit iPhone simulator. And by the way, your iPhone simulator, your Xcode, and your interface builder are 3 separate applications. So if you close out of one and the others are still there, that's why. They're actually 3 separate applications. So anyways, your boss comes in, we show him this awesome app, and he's like, wow, that is awesome indeed. But my friend, what I want you to do is actually change a couple properties. I want bacon to appear a different color. Maybe he wants a different font, and we're like, dude, I can do this. So this is how we do this. Go ahead and select that bacon by clicking on it, that label I mean, and in order to change the color, in your attributes, these are all the attributes of that label. Go ahead and click color and set it equal to, orange or something like that, then X out of it. And now look, our bacon is now orange. Actually, let's set it to like red. It just looks a little cooler, looks a little bit more bacon-like. So after this, what we want to do is, I don't know, maybe change the font. So go ahead and click the font and change it to something like Courier New. And look at our bacon font change as we do that. Let's make it Courier. It's a little more thick. And maybe we can increase the size of it a bit by just stretching this, and go ahead and double click in bacon and increase the size. So bam. I mean, all this is pretty much self-explanatory. Just the basic text attributes. So now, I mean, this is good to go. Can this app get any better? I don't think it can. So go ahead and save it and build and run this. And now look. Oh, look at when this launches. Bacon. Pretty sweet, huh? So After this launches, go ahead and click this little home button. And now we see, well, what's all this stuff? Well, this is what I was practicing before. But, this is our application right here, our Bacon app. And I mean, like, the icon on it, I mean, check it out. White? I mean, it pretty much sucks. What we want is this sweet icon, just like the new Boston. So we're going to go from creating a basic white icon to creating this. How do we do that? First, close out of your iPhone simulator, and what you need to do is, you can't just create any picture icon. It needs to be 57 by 57 pixels, and it needs to be a ping. You know what? I decided that I'm actually going to save this for the next tutorial because, I mean, there's a couple other things we need to talk about as well. So, in the next tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to create sweet icons like the one you just saw. So, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. And by the way, if you have any questions, click the link below, ask me in my forum, and I'll answer them for you. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next tutorial.